I know there's so many other variables that we're not doing justice talking about, but what's the lowest credit score somebody can have to get a mortgage to buy a house?
Lowest credit score, quick answer with CMG is 580.
Okay, and I know your blood pressure is going through the roof because you want to say more behind that. I don't have a 580. Let's say that I have something lower than that. What would be your recommendations and strategy? Because obviously there's a lot of people out there, that had some bumps in the road.
Yeah, absolutely. See it all the time. Having me pull your credit report can be worth its weight in gold. There's so much that can be learned just by seeing what is exactly out there. Now, a lot of people right away will say, well, my credit's not where it needs to be. Need to work on it before you pull my credit. The best thing that you can do is allow me to pull that credit. Let me see where you're at right now. And then I have different tools that I can utilize through our systems and third-party vendors that we have, that what we can do is actually put together a game plan for you to get to where you need to be in order to secure financing. It may not happen overnight. Sometimes it's as quick as, adjusting a couple credit card balances to get that score where we need it. Other times it may take a month or two of good, hard work. But the number one thing I tell my clients, Josh, is until you actually flip that page and say, I'm going to make this a focus of my life to get my credit to where it needs to be, until you flip that page, it's not going to change. So it has to start somewhere.
Gotcha. I love what you said, man. I know the fear of the unknown is the absolute worst.
Yeah.
Because you're worried, you're anxious, you just don't know what else is out there. But oftentimes it's better than what their situation is better than what they thought it was, right?
More times than not, yes. I can't tell you the amount of people where I pull their credit and you can just hear them, cringing on the other end as we're waiting for the credit report to pop back up. And, they're thinking, oh, it's probably below 6. And I pull it up and it's a 680, 720. And, that fear that people have, I'm in mortgages all day. I'm around credit. I take care of my credit. I know I have very high scores. But even when I go to apply for, a store card or a car loan, until they actually tell me that my credit's excellent, that 20 seconds while I'm waiting for it to come back is the most painful. So I completely get it. Even if it's not great information on there, it's not the end of the world. We just got to figure out how to get you to where you want to be.
You're right. You're right. So I would highly encourage people, take that step, get the information. It's like going to the doctor. You don't like waiting in the waiting room and you don't like the doctor examining you, but until the doctor knows exactly what the issue is, you cannot be treated or get better. And Tim, I know we're working with a handful of friends that you got them on a plan that within a month or two, they're ready to go. But had they not allowed you to help them and examine them now, 2 months from now, maybe they say, okay, Tim, will you take a look at our credit score? That would postpone the entire process. So get started now, pull the credit now, let Tim put you on those tools and strategies so you can buy a house within 30, 60, 90, maybe 6 months, maybe a year from now. But if you don't do it now, you never have a shot. Tim, is there a cost to you helping them through that credit process?
Not at all. We don't collect any fees up front. The only time we collect fees is when you have a fully executed contract. We'll get the appraisal up front. Other than that, everything else is paid at closing.
Awesome. You are the man. Hey, if you guys have more questions, reach out to Tim directly. If you have real estate questions, I'm your guy. We're here to help. Post any questions or comments below this, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Josh.